What's going on, everybody? Another video here, and the New York Knicks continue to dominate. Here in Game 2 against the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Knicks just blew them out. It was a blowout. Um, Starting off, first quarter, first half, literally, it was back and forth. I think the Knicks were up 4 points to end the first half, and I felt really good with the Knicks odds because the Cavs just, Evan Mobley in particular, first of all, he started off aggressive. But in the second half, he scored zero. He had zero field goals. And that's one of my biggest frustrations with Evan Mobley. For them to win this series, for them to be an actual finals contender, to even have a shot of even going to the finals and winning the finals, he has to be bare minimum, no questions asked, their second best player, minimum. You can argue they need him to be their first, but he has to be their second. There's no way James Harden or Jared Allen on any given night is giving Evan Mobley a run for his money on being the better player or just being the better player that night. That can't happen. To have zero field goals in the second half of a ball game is atrocious. This is the playoffs. This is not the regular season. I'm looking here. Let me look at his stat line real quick. He had 8 shots attempted on the game. He shot 2 for 3 from 3, got to the line 4 times, shot 50% from the air, 14 points in the game. In 36 minutes, he attempted 8 shots, 3 of them being threes. If that's the case, why is he at 6 rebounds? I mean, this is atrocious. He was disgustingly bad tonight. For his standards, obviously. Evan Mobley is always going to be a good basketball player. That's why he was a 3rd overall pick. Coming out of USC, I think. I mean, you gotta be better. You got to be better. You can't attempt only 8 shots in a basketball game when you're one of your team's best players. And things like this, which for those who've been on Twitter, who've seen the Bucks called the Cavaliers for Evan Mobley, makes me wonder, why was this trade not pulled? Why didn't we pull the trigger on this trade? Because if we're over here sitting waiting for Evan Mobley's development of, he might become Kevin Garnett, that's not going to happen. He doesn't care. He doesn't care to score. And that's just sad. Which is why I had the Knicks in 5, which is why it remains in 5, because the Cavaliers do play much better at home. And in this game, to start off, they didn't play bad. It was really the third quarter coming out of that first half that did them in, that 32-21 quarter, New York, respectively. Too deep of a hole to dig out of. But besides that, they matched New York throughout the entire game. But the 3-point shooting in this game for the Cleveland Cavaliers was just horrendous. I mean, Sam Merrill, let me just tell you right here, Sam Merrill shot 0 for 7 from 3. Max Strus 1 for 4 from 3. I don't know. Those are their most premier 3-point shooters from their role players, and they couldn't hit a 3. Then Schroeder 0 for 1. Jalen Tyson 0 for 3. Dean Wade 1 for 3. Donovan Mitchell and James Harden combined for 5 for 14 from 3. The 3-ball just wasn't there tonight. Evan Mobley was the only one who had a above 40% shooting night with 2 for 3 from the 3-point line. And it's just a shame because I was one who was in favor of Garland getting traded before the James Harden trade happened. I was very adamant about, hey, Cleveland, this guy is never ready. You have to move on from him. And when the James Harden trade happened, I was skeptical, but I like the idea of, hey, I like the process of saying, hey, this guy's not our guy. Let's move on from him. I like that part of the process. That's what I was happy about. But in terms of what they actually got back for the player, I was skeptical. And now it shows my skepticism was right. James Harden's been just ass. I mean, he's just been terrible. He's been terrible. He looks his age. He looks every year. What is he? 36, 33? I don't even know. 36, I think. Just bad. Just bad tonight. I mean, defensively terrible. He just does that wrap around to try and poke the ball, get the steal. Just not in the play defensively. And you would think that type of gameplay would have reward less fouls, but he gets fouled. He gets called for fouls the same as if you would just play defense straight up. I mean, nobody on this team wants him besides Donovan Mitchell. I don't think he's re-signing. I wouldn't re-sign either because Bron's not coming through that door. Evan Mobley's not going to suddenly just get the Lord mentality and become KG overnight. Jared Allen does what you expect Jared Allen to do, a double-double. That's all you can ask him for. And James Harden's just going to get older. And they already got plans of giving him a contract extension no matter what happens. So if I'm Donovan Mitchell, I'm not signing that shit, bro. I'm not. I'm out of here, bro, in free agency or requested trade, whatever the case may be. I'm hoping he does because they're not winning nothing. They're not winning nothing. Evan Mobley's just terrible. Terrible. Just terrible for what he needs to be. He's just not there. And he's not going to be there. At this point, what is he? In year 6? And we're still asking Evan Mobley to do the same thing? I'm good. From the Knicks side of things, Jalen Brunson, I think he ended the first half with like 6 points or something like that. And I'm like, the Knicks are still up and their best players barely scoring. He just couldn't find the basket tonight. I mean, in the second half, he really turned up, ended up with 19 points, 14 assists, double-double. He was really getting his teammates involved. Mikal Bridges, 9 for 12 from the field with 19 points. He was great, electric tonight. Josh Hart. I was seeing things on my timeline people saying Josh Hart should sit on the bench for Landry Shamet. And it made me question, do people really know basketball or not? And Josh Hart came out and showed, hey, this is why I start. Dropped 26 points, 5 for 11 from the 3-point line. I mean, across the board, every Knicks starter, double digits. Cleveland just had no chance, really. I'd be surprised if they take more than one game, Cleveland, because it's just about want to at this point, and they clearly don't want to. Yeah, it's just frustrating. I don't know what's next for Cleveland. I don't know what the move is after this. The Hack-a-Mitch thing, corny, whatever. You're trying to win. There's not really much to say here. I mean, Cleveland just got busted. They just got busted. And this is on the players. I see a lot of smoke and fire or Kenny Atkinson's on the hot seat. No, this is on the players. What else? What else can Kenny Atkinson do for his players? What lineups do you want him to run? If his role players are shooting tour dates what do you expect him to get with that? Donovan Mitchell, 26 points. He's the only one that comes out to play. I don't know how people criticize his gameplay when he's literally the only one backpacking his team. I see people say, oh, he needs to get his team involved better. Why? I don't understand. You want him to give him a dump off pass to Evan Mobley so he could smoke the dunk? No. At that point, I would rather a Donovan Mitchell contested 3-point than an Evan Mobley pick and roll. At this point, he has no urgency to score. He doesn't want to score. He doesn't even look at the basket 90% of the time. I mean, the first quarter, he started off aggressively. He came in the game and he really wanted to let the Knicks know, I'm here in this paint. Notice me. And in the second half, it vanished. Just disappeared. I think he was either 1 for 2 or 0 for 2 from the free throw line in the second half. 0 field goals made. Terrible. Atrocious. Terrible. Defensively, he's good. He's always going to be good defensively, but he's not great right now. It's as simple as that. And for those saying, oh, well, nah, he doesn't have to be. Well, clearly, they need him because they're losing. And he's supposed to be the most valuable player on this team. People were really saying he's the best player on this team. I don't understand it. But hey, Cleveland Cavaliers fans, you let me know how you guys feel about Evan Mobley. Because if you're fine with having your third overall pick, your DPOY winner, have 14.6 rebounds, Okay. And if you think he's your best player, okay, sure. I don't know what you want me to tell you because it's right there. That being said, Evan Mobley, not aggressive, disappointing, just not good. James Harden, ass. Jared Allen. All the casual players, throw him out. Donovan Mitchell's the only one coming out to hoop. New York Knicks crushed it. Of course they will. I mean, they're gonna go to the finals since the first time since like 1990 something, 1980 something. I don't know when they played the Spurs in Game 7. That being said, catch you in another one. I love y'all. Peace.